They say there's a cabin, lost to time, hidden where the forest grows thick and the trail forgets its name. I went alone, drawn by whispers and the promise of solitude. Step by step, beauty unfolded, silent aspens, golden light, and a stillness that felt unnatural. The deeper I hiked, the more beautiful it became. Views that stopped me in my tracks. So why was I the only one here? Then I saw it. Weathered stone, sagging roof, a cabin crumbling back into the earth. And yet something about it, beautiful, sacred almost, a secret left behind. I had to know more, so I stepped inside. In this episode, join me in finding this lost but not forgotten cabin in the woods. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Chaco Sunrise adventure. It's another hot day, but it's only 88 degrees, so it's not as hot as it has been. Today we're looking for an old cabin really high up in the mountains, just behind me here. So we're gonna make our way just up this really steep trail. Hiked up a little ways. It's really steep. So on the topography map I was looking at, the space between each line is 40 feet of vertical elevation gain, and there are a lot of lines. So got a long ways to go, but I look forward to checking this cabin out. There's not a whole lot of history on the cabin I could find, but I did find some history on it. We'll go over that as we make our way up and get to the cabin. But we've got about 3 miles and a lot of elevation gain. I think it's like 3,000 vertical feet. So we're gonna make our way up. We're gonna find the cabin, hopefully, and learn more about the history, why it's there, who built it, when it was built, why, and really interested to see inside it. So goal is to get there, get inside. So let's go do this. Well, that was a really pretty spot. It was super lush and green in there. You could really feel the humidity. It almost felt like a rainforest. Whew. But now into the sun. I don't think there's much cover here for the next couple of miles. And it's very steep. So we've got to get to the top of that and make our way into the canyon over here. So let's press on. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this trail. I don't know if this will do its justice, but this is steep. So Basically walking on my toes up this thing. It's so steep. Whew, after workout, I guess. It's okay. Be in better shape when I get down. One foot in front of the other. This is so steep though. Holy cow. Whew. All right, there's the trail, so it's kind of flattened out a little bit, but right here we gotta go up that vertical spot, and then that little knob there, according to the topography map, is kind of what we'll be looking down on once we get up on this side. So got a nice breeze now. It doesn't feel nearly as hot as it does than in my last video when I hiked to the mine. That was really hot with no breeze. It actually feels pretty nice out right now, so I'm grateful for that. Plus it's always good to be out, so keep making our way up here. All right, we've reached a nice little flat part of the trail here, so this is great. Ooh, taking a quick break, just getting some water. Sorry for the messy hair. Take my hat off for a minute. I'm gonna take a liquid IV. Do you guys ever use these? Liquid IV, you can buy them at Costco. I use them a lot for when it's hot out like this, or if I'm in the desert backpacking, I always bring a few. But it's got a bunch of electrolytes in it. Super good for you when you're sweating everything out, you know. Just throw it in your water bottle. Don't litter. I see so many people leave stuff on the trail, it makes me mad. So shake it up. Oh, tastes so good, so refreshing. So I'm gonna take a break. Looks like we're headed through the trees here in a minute. So that'll be nice, get some shade. And then looking at the map, once we get a few more 100 vertical feet, we should flatten out. And then we can kind of go off trail and find this cabin. So hopefully the map's right. Thanks again for coming. It's so fun making these videos, and just really grateful to have each and every one of you watching. So sincerely thank you, and can't wait to bring you more. There's some really cool places down in the American Southwest. I'm planning on going and doing some backpacking and hiking, going to some really remote spots, and look forward to bringing you all along. So thanks. All right, well, I just pushed it hard up that mountain. That was rough. But I'm here at the kind of a big fin right now, big fin that sticks out. So you can see that's where we started, way down there. So this view is so cool. It's allows us to see into this canyon here. So I'm not sure what that canyon is, but I can hear water in it, so that's kind of cool. But man, it's just beautiful. All right, so we started way down there. Kind of smoky out. I think the fires from southern Utah are making their way up here. But this little knoll that I hiked to, it's kind of like a fin of the mountain, is really beautiful. We've got this great view of this canyon here, which I can hear water in. So super cool. And we've got the peak of the mountain, which is right there, way up there. And then this is the canyon we just came up. So gone quite a ways, a lot of vertical feet. So looks like it is kind of a gradual incline now. And I'm going to keep my eyes out for the cabin and where it shows on my topographic map. So we should be close. Well, everything is super overgrown up here, but I've been keeping my eye on my map, and I just spotted some green sheet metal on top of the cabin through the trees. So I can only see a little tiny spot, but found it. Oh my gosh. Got to figure out how to get in there. Might be some more bushwhacking, but yep, found the cabin, so that's awesome. Kind of an eerie feeling, like seeing this cabin in this canyon here. That's just this huge, steep canyon. Beautiful views up here. Let's go check out the cabin. Okay, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see on the camera here, but there's a little opening right there in those trees, and you can see the green sheet metal on it. So that's awesome. So found it. Now we got to make our way to it. But wow, bringing all that stuff up here to build a cabin, that is a feat in itself. Beautiful spot for it though. It's tucked right in this canyon where, you know, nobody from the city valley below would be able to see it. And it's hidden in a really thick overgrowth of trees. So wow, beautiful view. Should have brought my sleeping bag and spent the night up here. But I have to work tomorrow, so maybe we'll do another visit up here wintertime or something, spend the night in the cabin. Let's go see what it looks like first. Wow. All right. We are to the cabin. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't bring a sleeping bag because the cabin has collapsed on one side. So let's take a look. Oh, looks like someone left a beer can, so I'll be taking that home, packing that out. What's this? Some old metal. Almost looks like a hornet's nest in there. But it looks like some plumbing used to be up here. So interesting. Here's the cabin. Cabin in the woods. Might be a good spot to film a scary movie. Well, see that wall over there is just collapsed. Looks like somebody's hauled some plywood up here. What's it look like on top? Yeah, somebody went to a lot of work to make this. Let's check the exterior out here. Wow. Big piece of metal there over the window. Those are some pretty cool little windows. But gosh, hauling all this mortar up here, all this rock, all these looks like 2x8s, maybe 2x6s. Those are heavy. But all these rocks fit really nice. Somebody did a really good job. Almost reminds me of the Anasazi ruins. The mortar between the rocks. But wow, that's pretty cool. I don't want to put any pressure on the wall here. So I'm just gonna make my way on this side. Check it out. Wow, that's pretty cool. Cabin in the woods. Falling down. Here's a fireplace. It's kind of cool. Little fireplace. Another little window. But unfortunately, it's just looks like time is getting the best of it here. Hey, we found it though. How cool is that? Never been up here. Let's go take a look inside here. It's a shovel. Looks like a propane tank here. Empty propane tank. Little snowflake there. That's kind of cool. Someone made that. This looks like a cabinet piece there. It's like an old hole for the chimney. Lots of hornets' nests in here. Wow, look at that. That's where you could sleep up there. A couple more ornaments. These paper ones are super cool. Whoever made those, nice job. Oh, there we go. Fernwood cabin. Enjoy it, don't destroy it. Well, too late. Looks like it's caved in. Here's a bag. Let's see what's in the bag. It says it's a hair dryer. It's like some pack cord. Some pack cord in there. It's hard to put this back in the bag with the camera in the other hand. Here's a tin too. Let's see what's in this tin here. Ooh, a bunch of citronella candles. Keep the mosquitoes away. That's cool. Put this stuff, just leave everything the way we find it here. Blanket or a rug of some sort. Ooh, community logbook. Here's an old stove. Here. Oh, it's too bad this thing's falling apart. See where people used to sleep. Oh, here's a car jack. Ladder. Old ladder to get up on top of the bed here. Yeah, time gets the best of everything, doesn't it? Well, let's take a look in here. Looks like we have a bunch of wipes. Some more pack cord. More pack cord. Looks like just a lot of pack cord. Some webbing. Webbing there. Interesting. Well, this is pretty sweet find. Well, I thought I would bring the old community logbooks here outside so I can sit down for a minute and where I'm not under the roof in case it collapses. So oh, we have the New Testament. Thought it was a guide. So there's a New Testament apparently in here, as well as little guide. Says this is a geocache. If you have found this unexpectedly, please leave it intact. However, please feel free to take whatever you want as long as you replace it with something else. Then join us at geocaching.com. So looks like in this little journal someone was here as early as 2003. Bunch of pages, just a bunch of little writings in there. You probably can't see it real well in the camera. Let's take a look at this big one. Alright, so this is kind of cool. I like the quote on the front of this one. It says, "Community logbook. May these mountains inspire you as they have me. You are invited to record an inspirational thought, feeling, or motto that has helped you in your journey. 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. Robert Frost. I like what this guy said here on the first page. He said, "Peace and tranquility is what I seek. In these mountains I find relief." Dale, February 13th, 2022. Everyone in here is talking about how nice it is to escape the city. Pretty awesome. There's lizards running around. Well, a lot of deep thoughts in this thing. Someone says, "This is my sanctuary. Grateful for this cabin. Don't tell too many people about it." Well, you'd have to know where it's at, and you'd have to be ready to hike a really steep mountain to get here. So just remember, if you come visit this cabin, just always leave everything better than you found it. You know, just gotta respect nature and respect what other people have left behind. So pretty cool. Let's leave something in here. All right, well, I left something from all of us here, and I left this little quote here. So I don't know if you can see that, but it says August 5th, 2025, Tuesday. "It feels good to be lost in the right direction. Chaco Sunrise and Friends." So that's from all of us. So we're gonna leave this up here in this beautiful canyon here. We're gonna put it back in the cabin where we found it. So put this back where we found it here. Alright, so each of you are in the logbook. Some old shovels there. Pretty cool. Awesome to find this. Well, I just want to say, as the moon's coming up from the east and the sun setting in the west here, I just want to say thanks again for coming along on this adventure. It was super cool to find that cabin. Sometimes it's not easy to get to these places, but you know, enjoy the adventure to the final destination, and you know, just make the most of each moment, and you know, just enjoy life for all it's worth. What a beautiful night though, as I'm just watching the moon on one side and the sun on the other. I mean, does it even get better than this? I don't think so. Just gorgeous. Nature is just amazing. So thanks again, and catch you down the next trail, in the next canyon, or at the end of the next road. See you next time.